Why is Donald Trump so popular? Some commentators know, while others are way off the mark. To understand, we have to go back to the beginnings of affirmative action. In 1965, President Lyndon B. issued an executive order forcing employers to take affirmative action to hire without regard to race, religion, national origin, and eventually gender. Then universities began designing courses for these same anti-discrimination groups. Over the coming decades, universities bent over backwards to attract women, blacks, Hispanics, gays, handicapped, poor, or any other group claiming disadvantages. If two professors applied for a job as a lecturer at a university, one being an ugly, gay, Hispanic, handicapped female with average grades, the other being a tall, handsome, athletic, heterosexual male Caucasian with brilliant grades, the Hispanic woman would almost certainly get the job. Merit was thrown out the window and replaced with a biased, racist, sexist, heterophobic, affirmative action hysteria. If someone objected to this madness, they were jeered mercilessly and called politically incorrect. By the late 1990s, every action movie had to have women beating up men. By 2010, you couldn't have a movie released or a book published without important roles being played by blacks, Hispanics, gays, or environmentalists, or without slim, sexy girls beating up droves of big, thuggish, evil men. Writers were told, "But where are the gays, the blacks, the powerful women, the environmentalism? Include them or get a different job." Traditional university courses were being replaced by women's studies, black studies, ethnic studies, environmentalist studies, and the like. Through multiculturalism, the very idea of Western civilization was soon anathema to the politically correct academics in colleges. Once great books were denigrated as elitist and sexist and replaced with courses on comic books and soap operas, poorly written by obscure women or blacks. 3 generations were raised with this nonsense. Girls began getting into brawls because they thought Angelina Jolie movies were real. Blacks began hating whites with renewed passion, fueled on by decades of slave-based literature and affirmative action brainwashing. Politicians could not say boo without facing withering criticism by twittering lefties, full of politically correct venom. By the time Americans had suffered 7 years of Obama and decades of politically correct madness, they were fed up to their back teeth with the lies and were aching for someone to tell the truth. Someone who could say something without apologizing for it later. Someone who could call a lesbian prat a pig without having to grovel afterwards or beg for forgiveness. And that someone was Donald Trump. He said what he thought and didn't give a damn about how PC junkies reacted. They could take a hike as far as he was concerned. And people loved it, and they wanted more. They were tired of hearing politicians apologizing to blacks for being white or to women for being male. They wanted a real man for president, a man who could stand up and speak his mind, a man who would have the backbone to take on Putin, ISIS, and illegal immigrants, a man with the business know-how to get America's huge debts paid back. That man was the Donald. If you agree or disagree, please say why in the comments below. Well, that's my 2 cents worth. Talk to you again soon.